Hi, welcome back. This week I made a very impulsive decision and I decided to buy all three of the fine print series. Last month I had made like me trying to finish a series video, and I feel like I can make that a whole series in itself because I thought it was really fun to just complete a series in a whole video anyway, considering most of the time I don't end up even finishing a series in general. Like, I'm still in the middle of Akatar and some other series, but that's like the main one that's really popular. Um, I also, another thing that I thought was funny is because last month in January I started that video in the middle of January, I believe, and now it's the middle of February and I'm starting this video. But I feel like I don't feel successful in reading unless I actually finish a series. So this is why we're doing this video for the fine print series. I did get them at Target because Target's fire and they had a discount, so thank you Target for that. That's pretty much all I'm going to be doing. I know last video, if you watched it, I had tried to finish the A Good Girl's Guide to Murder series in a week. I was unsuccessful, but considering this is a genre that I'm used to and that I've read a lot, because it's a romance and I've read obviously a lot of romance, but I've never read a dreamland billionaire romance, so this is going to be interesting. I have some predictions. I think I'm going to be able to finish one book. The first book is about, let's see, actually I have no idea. The first book is about 400 pages. I've been kind of going through a mini slump, but the book that I just read recently got me out of that. And I think I'm going to be able to finish a book between 3 to 5 days, considering I do really love romance. And it's something that I'm used to, I'm comfortable with it. And it's something new, and I've heard a lot of good things about this series. So that's why I think I'm going to be able to finish one book between 3 to 5 days. Hopefully less, maybe more, who knows. The last book is really long. Another prediction that I have is that it's going to take me about 2 weeks just to finish these 3 books, like this series in this video, which I'm praying is enough time for the end of February and I can add this into my February wrap-up. Hopefully I can, maybe not. I know I also have a couple things in between that, so it really just depends. But hopefully I can finish this series between a week and a half and 2 weeks, and then a book between 3 to 5 days. Those are my predictions. And I don't really like predicting like stars unless it's a 5-star read kind of video where I think I'm gonna give it 5 stars. I do think the first book is either gonna be a 5 stars or a 4.25, like between that. And I think the last book is definitely gonna be 5 stars. And then the second book, I think is probably gonna be 3.5 to 4 stars. Just because those are the vibes that I've gotten just off of the covers, which are gorgeous, by the way. Like, this is just so pretty. I don't even know. But yeah, I'm gonna get started in reading these books. The first day is February 17th on Saturday. We just had Valentine's Day, so it's good. We're still kind of in the mood, but it's not overpowered with romance that I feel like it's just too much. So that's why I liked me starting this now. Also, I just got a new new stuffed animal, which is the one that will be joining me today for reading. I haven't named her yet. I do think it's a her. It's a she. I just don't know what to name her. So hopefully by the end of the day, I'll name her. Or the end of this week, because I don't even know. I think some of the stuffed animals I still haven't named, so we'll see about that. Hopefully I'm right with my predictions. I guess we'll see by the end of this video. And I really do hope I enjoy the series. It looks amazing and it looks so fun. And I love reading, so I just, yeah.
you have headphones?
Oh, it's right there. Can you pass me my bookmark? It's on top of the book.
Oh.
No, dog. Bookmark. That right there. That's a bookmark.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I didn't even know what you said. Hold on.
Oh my gosh. What's up? It's been, I'm not gonna lie, 4 days since I've started this. I started on Saturday, right? It's been 3 days since I started this book, and I'm about halfway through, I want to say. And so far, what I've been tabbing, which is a really good sign. I've been really liking this book so far. I can definitely understand why everyone's been loving or has loved these characters. I really love Rowan just because in the beginning there's such a mystery to him, and the fact that someone like Zara is throwing him off so much kind of entertains me in a weird way. If like, not weird, but like it entertains me on me wanting to read more. And I feel like ever since reading this book, I've been starting to read like really fast. I have no idea how, but I just have been reading really fast. We've been following Rowan and Zara. I don't know if I ever explained this book, but he's her boss and she's a creator, but his grandfather had died recently, and his grandfather had left him and his two other brothers to do these certain tasks, which were kind of stuff based off their personality. He ends up meeting this girl named Zara in a meeting that they have, and immediately there were sparks and everything, and then it just slowly progresses through there. Right now, I just got off the part on him telling her the truth about him lying to her for the past couple months, so that's been crazy. They've already kissed twice, which is kind of insane. Each time it's just like, wow, because they're both not expecting it, but they're both feeling it, if that makes sense. And sorry if I sound a little weird. I'm a little sick. In the past 2 days that I haven't talked to you guys, I've been like getting progressively worse. So I hope this goes away quickly. But I've been reading this book a lot faster than I thought I would have been, if that makes sense. Even though I did say that it would take me 3 to 4 days to read the book, I'm already a little over halfway done. I need to update my Goodreads, actually. I just remembered that. But I do really want, like, it's still kind of early. Like, it's only 8. I get just turned 8:10, and I still have a good amount to go through, but I feel like I can get some done today. And tomorrow I feel like I can completely get this done. And then start the second book, which I don't even know who the second book is. Is it going the opposite way? I think the last one is the oldest brother. So is it going youngest to oldest? I'm not even sure, but I think so. I'm on page 222. Oh, I'm 50% done. Like, I'm 50% through. Yeah, okay. I'm 50% through exactly. Also, I just wanted to say that I've been thinking about naming her Snowflake. I don't know why, but it's really cold in Miami right now, and I think she's really cute. She's like a polar bear, and I thought Snowflake would be kind of cute. So yeah. Yesterday I finished The Fine Print by Lauren Asher, and this book is the first book of the Dreamland Billionaire series. It was just an amazing story. Like, it had me
hooked on it since the very beginning. I am slowly and surely starting to love Lauren Asher's writing because, wow, like it was a canon event waiting for to happen because this book and her writing just made everything so beautiful. I literally tabbed this book. I wasn't planning to, but after I saw the cover and I read the first like 20 pages, I was like, yeah. Just the entry, I was just like, yes. And page 2, I was already tabbing. That's just crazy to me because it takes me a while to really to really know if I want to tab a book or if I'm just like not going to get into it, or here and there I'll just pick up a tab and just be like, oh, I like this, but I won't carry it with me and my no, like my, I'm forgetting the words and losing the words of what this is. This, like if I tab a book, I have my tab thingy from Amazon, and then I have my bookmark. Oh my gosh. I don't know why that took me so long to like actually remember what a bookmark. I don't know. Slowly and surely, I've been really loving this, and I really did enjoy this book. I wanted to sit on it for a couple days before rating the book, but right now I'm standing on a strong 4.5, 4.75. Like, it's just, this book was so good, and I loved it because it wasn't too much of something specific. Like, it didn't feel very, I don't really like it when it's too descriptive, but it was a lot about their thought process, and I like that considering the kind of character Rowan is, because of the way he is, and then he's like trying to be this different man for Zara, which I thought was so beautiful. But at the same time, when he just started a certain thought process that was immediately gonna start ruining their relationship, and he knew it was gonna do that because he was like, oh, I'm gonna be like my father, and I did it all over again, and like, of course I did this, and I'm just like, dog. Okay, obviously I can talk about this book for a long time, so this book was definitely my favorite this entire month. I'm hands down, this book made my month with all the books I've read so far, which haven't really been that much. But today, this morning, I did start Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher, obviously. It's the second book of the Dreamland Billionaire series. And I think I'm on page 112 or 113. I don't know. Or I don't think I've ever started a book this fast. Like, I feel like that differentiates from when it's a 5-star read or it's an immediate click to when you're reading and you're just trying to see how long it takes you to get into the book. I don't know, but that differentiates of like when it's an immediate click and then when you're waiting to really get into it, which is hard for me because like I feel like I'm into it and I want to keep turning the page and I want to keep reading and I want to keep finding out how this is going to progress and how it's going to get better. But at the same time, I feel like I'm going at a slower pace even though I'm so far into the book, if that makes sense. Like, does all of that make sense? I don't know why I just went through like a rampage about words and talking and whatnot, but that's just how everything's like feeling with me out and right now. That I had predictions about how it was gonna feel. The first book, I thought I was gonna give it 4.25 to 5 stars, and I think sitting on it right now, I'm really starting to stick on 4.75. I think that's where I'm gonna go for the first book. I feel like I might end up giving this book 4 stars. I am only a little over 100 pages in, so we'll see where I go. We'll see if I finish this by Sunday, which is 4 days. Okay guys, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's been a couple days. My birthday was Friday on the 23rd, and I didn't read. It is now the 26th, and I'm still on the second book. I don't remember if I ever recorded myself reading this book, but the first day of me reading this,
I read over like 120 pages, which was really shocking for me because like by 8:30 I want to say I was already over 40 pages in, or like 40 pages in, and I had started around probably 7:40. So I was reading it pretty quickly, or fairly quickly. So realistically it's like the third day of me reading, but like 5 days into me starting the book. Does that make sense? So does that count? Just, I don't know if that, right? I don't know. I don't think that I'm gonna be able to finish the last book by the end of February, because there's 3 days left and I'm like, I want to say halfway through with this book. And so far, Declan and Iris, I've been slowly starting to like them. Obviously, it's like marriage of convenience, forced proximity. He's her boss, so you know, like all of these feelings that they've been getting for each other have been kind of conflicting on both ends. Because for Declan, it's like something he never wants to experience, and then for her, it's like something she's not comfortable with because she doesn't trust easily because of her father and like daddy issues, which they both have. So that's nice. Something I thought, okay, I can't like breathe. Something that I thought was interesting is that it kind of goes into like the same timeline. I mean, obviously it's the same timeline with the first book, but, or at least it's a similar timeline, because starting in this book, Rowan and Zara are already together, and it was when I think Rowan had told Declan that he wanted to stay as the director for a little longer because of her. But he didn't say that in words, but he, you know, Declan already knew because it was for a girl. That's, I don't know. They went on a honeymoon, and I thought that was really cute. They got closer, which I thought was really nice. Now they're fake dating, which I think is so much fun, and it's so interesting. I love them doing that. Lauren Asher has slowly but surely gotten a little piece of my heart with her writing, and I've been loving everything so far. I really can't complain. Her writing has just really been so easy. It's a kind of way that I would want to write if I were to become a writer, that is. Hopefully I can finish this book by tomorrow and then start the last book, which literally I love that Cal and Zara are like best friends, because I've been waiting for Cal's book. Like, I've been slowly like falling in love with him just because I really don't know him either, and he's a middle child, so of course there's just something there about never really having a responsibility but also needing to play his part, or like play his role in the family. It's like the carefree vibe that he has, it just makes me more intrigued on what's going on in his head, if that makes sense. I'm gonna just read this book. I've been really loving Declan and the way everything has been going. I feel so bad about him and his daddy issues, because there's so many things that he has gone through worse than his brother Rowan, and apparently Cal never really had the same attention that Rowan and Declan did, but I'm sure there's still scarring there. I love how he just realizes his feelings and doesn't cower away from them. He seems to only want a hookup thing, at least I think. But his words, guys, just listen to this. Our marriage might be fake, but these feelings burning inside me are anything but. It's only a matter of time before I make her mine. She just doesn't know it yet. I plan, I act, I concur. He just like, he knows his feelings are real. It took him a while, but he doesn't want to run away from them, which I like. This is good. This is so different. Like,
he knows he hasn't been acting himself ever since they've been like hanging out. I'm just low-key shocked about him opening up and being blunt. I love that he's just being blunt with his feelings. It's just, it's a W quality. Let me just start off by saying I was wrong. I did end up finishing Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher. I did really fall in love with Declan and his character in general. The fact that he just kind of like had a switch up, I don't know if maybe that annoyed some people, but it really just kind of made me like him even more. Just because, I don't know, he's a character that's so to himself and reserved, and he just realized that he has feelings for Iris, so he just expresses it in any way that he can with any time that she gives him, no matter what, which I just really love that. And I think it's funny that for both books, The Fine Print and Terms and Conditions, both of the brothers kind of humiliate themselves and still text their girls that they want and her, even though, I don't know. I just to give off a summary, Declan and Iris are in a contracted marriage just because it's a part of his inheritance, and she's the only one that can really put him in his place, as she should, like the boss woman she is. But they slowly start to realize that they had feelings for each other, and Declan realizes that he's kind of always had feelings for her, but hasn't realized how much he depends on her until he really started to get to know her in a different light, and vice versa with her. So I'm just gonna say I really love Declan and the way his character develops and everything. I really like that he's very patient with Iris, considering that they both have trust issues. With her especially, just because she has daddy issues. I also really love Iris. She's like unapologetic with the way she is, no matter like what he says. And then I'm not gonna even go there, but I really did like this book. After finishing this book, I kind of dove straight in to The Final Offer, which is the last book with Callahan and Alana. Yeah, with Callahan and Alana, which this book is a second chance romance. It's taken me a while to get into this book, which is so interesting considering that I've been waiting for Cal's story just because I love his character. He's so like iconic. I don't know why. It's just taking me a while to really get into it because I started it I think a couple days ago and I'm only like 164 in. I've been like reading I think 10 to like 30 pages a day, which isn't a lot. Like normally I read at least 100 a day, but testing is coming up, so I've been kind of trying to manage my time well. I also have been separating my time with reading on my phone, but I don't count that as pages, so yeah, I am starting to really like this book and I'm starting to really get into it, so I will be reading a lot more of this and I'll update you guys. So far, Cal and Alana have just been bickering back and forth. They're starting to still get used to each other. Cal can't tell Alana about the will, so it's just been like difficult for him trying to kind of give off hints about stuff that he needs, saying that he needs to be done with this before the summer ends and stuff like that, or by the summer ends. And then she has a daughter, which crazy, and that was just such an interesting beginning. She just really doesn't want to sell and he does, and they're both co-owners, so it's kind of hard for them to agree on anything, but they need to sell it anyway because he needs to. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at so far. I just really love the way Lauren Asher would just tie this all together with everything. I'm really starting to love her as a writer. Let me just get that.